Lost my mom in 2018, December 27th, 2 days after Christmas. It was a really bad Christmas. We spent the entire holiday in hospice. But whenever Mother's Day comes around, I start thinking about my mom and think about what I could get her for Mother's Day. I think about it every year. It's a little weird. I used to get her jewelry. She had a lot of nice jewelry, and every now and then we get her a watch. We'd go in together for it. So today I was thinking, well, what are some good watches for Mother's Day now? What could be some good options? And then thinking about it in terms of who would be giving them. So first up, let's talk about what your kids can get for Mother's Day, or if you're younger. And I'm talking about school age kids. It's sort of the idea of like this was bought with allowance money. First up is Timex Haley. This is actually a really good iteration of the classic Cartier tank. It is a mineral glass. It's a 24 millimeter case. It's on a leather strap. But I think this is really elegant and it's really sophisticated. And I think that is something I think really moms would really love to have. It's just very sophisticated. And I think it's really pretty cool. It does really look a lot like the Cartier tank too. So for $109, can't beat that, right? If you think about though, in terms of like going to maybe gift from mom from adult children, we go up in price a little bit. Normally, I always want to stay around $1,000. This one's a little higher though, and I think if it's for mom, maybe we can go a little bit higher in general anyway. Bulova has a really great line called Rubaiyat, and this is a women's line, and it's a halo case, meaning it's a small case and it's got these like halo around it. And they've done a lot of different iterations, but they've recently released one called Four Seasons. Winter, the dial is white and the leather, it's an alligator leather strap in white. It's a white mosaic a mother of pearl, and it really does look like snow and ice and sparkliness in the winter version. But then the spring one is beautiful. It's got rhodonite. It's a stone dial, and it's 42 pink sapphires in the halo. In the winter one, it's 42 white sapphires. And then both of them have a synthetic spinel cabochon crown. The case itself is 30.5 millimeters. Really beautiful. And then on these, it's the alligator leather strap that matches the rhodonite. This is really pretty. I just think this is a really great watch. This was definitely going to be a showstopper. So with two different options right now, winter and spring, it depends on how flashy your mom is. I think the rhodonite one is for spring is very bright and definitely will be a standout, but the winter one is very sophisticated and quiet. This retails for $1,295. I think it's well worth it. But if you're interested in the Rubaiyat line, they have many different iterations of it. They released recently just a mini version of it, and you can get it in stainless steel. You can get it in gold tone, rose gold. Really, really pretty. I think this is a really great choice for mom or grandma. If you think about watches for the mother of your children, one of the ones I think is a really great option is a line of watch brand called Michele. And this is the Deco Madison. This one is 14 karat gold plated, and it's got 148 diamonds on the bezel. It's a really nice watch. It's 14 karat or 18 karat gold plated stainless steel, and it's a sapphire crystal. It is quartz. But I think it's a good size watch. It's the tank style. But I think that if you look at this compared to the Cartier Tank Louis or the Tank Must, the Tank Must is a stainless steel case with a mineral crystal and a leather strap. Cartier straps are notorious for lasting about 12 months before they have to be replaced. So it's basically the same price. This is a little bit less. I think you get a lot more here for the Michele. Now, you don't get the $3,000 Cartier logo, but I do think you get a strong watch. It retails for $3,295. There is a stainless steel version of this that retails for a little less. And then within the Deco line, Michele has quite a few other different iterations, and they are usually quartz. It's a Ronda quartz movement is what they use, I believe. But that's exactly what Cartier uses as well. So it's kind of like an apples and apples comparison. And I think Michele tends to win. It's a fresher, riper apple. So something to consider, I think, if you want to go a little bit higher in price for mom. Another one, though, if you really want to go into something for the mother of your children, Citizen TSUYOSA. I have two of these. I have the TSUYOSA in burgundy dial, sunray, gorgeous. And then I have the Citizen Small Second, which also I think is really beautiful. I got to tell you, these watches get a lot of love in the watchmosphere, and I think for very good reason. It's a really good value for money. They're automatic. They're very well made. The bracelet's really strong. But the reason why I'm listing this one in particular is they just released the 37 millimeter case. The ones that I have is 41 millimeter. They do tend to run a little bigger. That 37 millimeter case is sort of a perfect sweet spot size for women. And I think that if your wife or your mom or your grandmother really appreciates a timeless elegance and a go anywhere, do anything watch, I don't think you can go wrong with this. These retail for about $450. It is well worth the money. So I think this one would be a great one. The next one to think about is watches for the mother of your grandchildren. Now, here I was thinking, if grandparents now, grandparents always go all in on the grandkids. They tend to treat their grandkids better than they treat their own kids. But this was sort of the idea of like, we're going to really celebrate this, especially if this is the first grandchild. And so grandparents maybe want to spend a little more money, present to their daughter-in-law, significant other, a really strong statement watch and getting into really serious watch territory. And the first one up that I'm suggesting is the Grand Seiko Kiri. This is gorgeous. I love this dial. This beautiful pale lavender with this textured dial, and it's so pretty. It's based on the Kiri flower that that blooms and grows around the Grand Seiko studio in Japan. And it's really pretty. I like purple. I'm always looking for a purple watch. I've never found one. This one I think is gorgeous. And this is really kind of an heirloom worthy watch. I think this would really be a perfect watch for mother of your grandchildren. It could be a great watch for your wife, your mom, your grandmother. It's beautiful. It just depends on, where your budget is. This one's either a little more break the bank. This one retails at $5,600. Grand Seiko is an excellent brand, gets a lot of love in the watchmosphere and for very good reason. So I think this one could be a really great one for the mom in your life. If you want to go even more, go into the Omega Constellation. I love this. This is out of all the Omegas, the Constellation line is my favorite. It leans really into postmodernism. It's a really beautiful watch and really well made. Now, this watch starts at $3,000, and the one I like is I think $27,000. I think there's one that's even higher. What we're showing here is somewhere sitting in the middle of that price range. It's the stainless steel with some rose gold on it. I think it's really pretty. This one retails at about $5,800. But again, as I said, you can go to $3,000. You could go all the way up higher. They do have this in multiple case sizes too. So 25 millimeter, 28 millimeter. I think they go into a 32, 35. And then there's they go up to larger case sizes, which at that point you probably wouldn't want to do. But I think this one is just a beautiful watch. It's very sophisticated. It's very elegant. It's really timeless. It's of its time and timeless at the same time. And this goes into that serious jewelry level watch. So I think it's a great option for mom for Mother's Day. No matter what generation of mom you're celebrating, I think the gift of a watch is always a great way to say thank you. I love you and you mean the world to me. The thing that's great about watches is that they tell us the time, but they also hold those memories. And if you give mom a watch, I guarantee you she's going to keep that watch forever, because those watches will hold memories. She will remember this gift forever. And it doesn't matter if it's a Timex or an Omega. It doesn't matter if it was $100 or $10,000. She's going to show that off and say, look at what the kids got for me, or look at what my husband got for me. Look at what my granddaughter got for me. She's going to love it. She's always going to love it. So tell me, what have you done in the past with your Mother's Day gifts for watches? Have you given your mom, your grandmother, your wife a watch for Mother's Day? Let me know. Until next time, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Stay complicated, and we'll see you in the watchmosphere. Have a good day.